California sets new rule for traveling combat sports judges after recent Doug Crosby controversy. And what they're doing is they're saying, well, and what's what I talked about on our last podcast. Look, I made a living off of traveling. I was doing, Josh, you figure 300 to 350,000 air miles. That's a lot of traveling in a year, and
are you a million miler? On how many airlines are you a million miler?
2.
Jeez, man, that's crazy. You're insane.
So, but you look at this and you say Andy Foster, who is probably the very best of the executive officers in charge of an athletic mission. He's very, very smart. Comes from a fighting background. He fought well when he was young. He was more of a jiu-jitsu guy who ended up fighting, and he even fought for Bodog, in the Costa Rican coastline, which is a great place to fight. There's just no fans there, but they've come up with this now that, we're now not going to allow judges to either judge someplace other than California and come into California if it's not at a distance as close as Nevada. Nevada is what they've said is, and look, this is all, I hate to say it. There's a reason for why they said Nevada, because Andy knew that, I'm screwing over Jeff Jeff Mullins is the executive director of Nevada. I'm screwing over Jeff if I do this. So we're going to now make this rule based upon what occurred with the controversy in Doug Crosby. We're going to make this rule that we're not going to allow people to work 2 shows back to back, Friday, Saturday, if you travel more than the distance of California to Nevada. Okay. Let's take a look at this just in reality, because you're saying that it's too much for your officials. Okay. Well, the Patty Pimlet fight is, the fight that most people are looking at, and they're saying they didn't like what, the scores from the judges on that. It was a close fight, Josh. Let's just be honest about it. It was not like, this was a run over fight. This was a very close fight. Okay. I had Jared Gordon winning, but I can understand where someone can look and believe that Patty won. But it wasn't that fight. It was the bad score. It was the Rafion Stotts Sabatello fight. Well, that was his first fucking fight. So he was fresh for that one. He didn't travel that distance or have he was thinking about other things. Oh my God, he's tired. That was the shit fight. So now we're going to say, what, you can't, all right, we're not going to give you the first fight. We're going to this is really, what is it doing? It's not doing anything. I love Andy. Yeah. He's awesome. All it's doing is now you're making it to where officials, you need more officials.
Which you're not going to get now. And so now you're going to be putting lesser officials sometimes into those seats. I don't know how to say it. Quit licensing people that shouldn't be licensed. Listen to other people that tell you, don't license that person. They don't know what they're looking at. Instead of taking away job assignments from people that actually do know what they're looking at. Yeah, what you're going to run into, John, and you said a little bit there, is that the fight. What you just punished all the other judges and refs. Is refs included into this?
Oh yeah, well yeah, have to be.
Okay, so then refs are included, which means now you're going to lose some of your top refs.
Oh yeah.
So some refs that work in Connecticut, or they work in Florida, or they work in Texas, now can't go to Nevada the next day. So all those top tier fights, I mean, you're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot of top level judges. Now, you guys thought it was bad. Now, wait till those top level judges aren't there anymore, and you're getting worse scores. Fuck, the scoring's so fucked up. Well, you guys brought it upon yourself. The media all complaining about this. You guys should have just complained about the one, which majority of them did complain about the one person. Get rid of the one person, man. That's the problem. Why are we licensing this one? Why change it for all the other good judges and refs? Get rid of the one person. I don't. This to me is
hold on. I'm gonna side with the media here. Media has nothing to do with getting rid of a person. That's the athletic commissions.
No, they don't. They don't.
Athletic commissions need to look and say, are we being as prudent and honest about someone's performances overall, throughout time?
Yeah. What's going to happen is they're really going to water down what they have going right now. Is that the best ones travel because the best ones travel for a reason. They want them there.
And a lot of, let's be honest, this is California.
Yeah.
So it's saying that a judge or referee can't work a fight in California and then work somewhere else, or can't work somewhere else and then in California. But California brings people in, all the time. You're talking about judges. They're bringing in Derek Cleary. They're bringing in Sal D'Amato. Referees, Blake Grice, all the different guys that they're bringing. Now, they have good referees and stuff that live in California, but now you're saying that you're putting those referees, you're putting Herb Dean, you're putting Jason Herzog, you're putting Mike Beltran into a position now where, I now have to choose. Mm-hmm. I get one. I can't do both.
Can I ask you
unless
a question?
It's Nevada.
Can they work on, say, Friday in California and then go work somewhere else the next night? It's not up. They're not working their shows in California now. You don't have any say what I do the next day.
I cannot answer that question because it hasn't been put out here as far as do they then say, oh, you broke our rule, now you're suspended, or now we're going to sit you down.
Because if I understand if you don't want me to come in from Florida, Connecticut, New York, wherever, and then work a California show, I get it, fine. But you're telling me now I can't go after I've worked my show on Friday, that I can't go work another show on Saturday somewhere else? If that state doesn't care that I do it, why? It should be none of your business.
Yeah.
These refs, judges, they all need to make money. And they don't get paid a lot. I remember you telling me it's sometimes $800 up to $1,500. Now, you yourself was getting paid a little bit more because you're,
No,
Big
I wasn't.
John, Big
no,
John.
I was not. Stop.
Big John. Big
Bullshit.
John.
Yeah, you're putting lies. John didn't make any more than John made the same amount for doing whatever fights there were. If I did 4 or 5 fights and I did the main event, I made the same amount as the guy that just did one preliminary fight.
Interesting.
Same, unless it was a championship fight in the main event. Then I got more.
And then even as it went on later on, you made the same?
Same amount. Never changed.
Interesting. Did you get paid more when you went overseas to Russia?
Yes. Why do you think I went to Russia all the time?
You're a brave man.
I'm a brave man, and you know what? It's all about they paid money. So, Yep, I made a huge difference. That's why, look at it, and this rule right here. I can't tell you exactly how many times, but I would say that at least 10 times in my career, I went from Russia to California from a Friday to a Saturday to do 2 different shows. Did it all the time.
Really? Is that even possible to make that flight and get there? Is that even possible to make the flight and get there?
Absolutely, it's possible. Thank God that the world rotates that way.
That's why you're a million miler. That's why you're a million miler. This is not going to make things better, and this is really just to kind of please the media and to please people. Let's just unlicense him, or just make him, or put him to the D leagues, put him down, in smaller shows until he figures out, how he can learn to make better choices in life. It's really what it comes down to. He's got to learn how to visually see and judge and put it down on paper what he's watching. I don't understand. I don't get it. So, and what's crazy to me, John, is that this is not even his worst weekend. It just became a big deal. But this is not even his worst weekend. He's had so many bad calls, so many bad decisions, so many bad, what fucking fight were you watching? So anyways, I don't think this is going to help anything. It's only going to hurt the level of people we have. So. I am interested to find out on how it will work if you can work there and then work somewhere else on Friday and then work somewhere else on Saturday, or if it only applies for you to come into California on a Saturday, you can't work that show.
100% agree.